Today's satsang was such an amazing blessing for every one of us, right? How did each of you enjoy today's satsang? Every aspect. And ultimately, Paramashiva himself, Swamiji himself has given us the ultimate guarantee. Like how the only thing we all need to do is simply just cognize that you are Paramashiva. Do the Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Like Swamiji had told, Manana means your ability to answer your mind's questions. If you constantly just chew on, just do the conscious snacking and conscious coughing of what Swamiji revealed now, that is the best thing you can. You can experientially understand every bit of what Swamiji revealed to all of us. To all of us that are here, all the participants, every one of you, today's satsang is the best blessing, the greatest blessing. Vayana saying, Swamiji is so sweet and simple, like a village boy. It is Paramashiva come down and living amongst all of us in his most simplest, most sweetest, in the most, like how even the most complicated, like with today's satsang, right? That was one of my biggest clicks. Some things like Navatattvas making us understand what is moksha-centric karma, moksha.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Nityananda.
Yes, Itandam, to all the participants, welcome back. And again, today, all of us are blessed with the live darshan from Swamiji, the live Parashakti Akashic readings and powerful revelations. Once more, how when we align our life to the moksha, everything based on moksha, we start to manifest powers. And aligning all the dimensions of our life, the dharma based on moksha, artha, the wealth based on moksha, liberation, even kama, the pleasure based on liberation. When we do that, not only our possibilities are awakened, but we start to manifest powers, literally.
Swamiji beautifully gave explained the story of Bhagavan Venkateshwara Parandhama, Srinivasa Parabrahma. When he came down, the first thing he did was tapas, establishing himself in the space of moksha, centering himself on moksha. Swamiji is explaining that when we have dharma-based artha and kama, see, Swamiji was telling there are three types of people in this world. One is people who are just based on artha and kama, just based on money, wealth, and pleasure. They are like human cattle, just following the wealth and the pleasures. Then there is the group of people who are dharma, who are centered on dharma, who have dharma centered artha and kama, the wealth that is centered on the righteousness, on the dharma, and the pleasures that are centered on the dharma. Next, even rare, we have people We have beings who are centered on moksha, who have their wealth and their pleasure based on liberation, based on moksha. So, after having listened to these powerful cognitions, after having imbibing these powerful cognitions into our inner space, let us now begin with the power manifestation for today's session.
Yeah, so today the whole theme is all about relationships, understanding relationships, and how to bring completion with others, and building fulfilling and harmonious relationships, all about that. And an important dimension of that is the communication. See, the Vak, as today's power is the Vak Shakti scanning. The communication is extremely important. And because the kind of words that you have inside your inner space that you are not even aware of, that you have used in the past, these words are still sitting inside. So for example, if you use a harsh word towards yourself when you are angry, you put yourself down using words. These words hurt your vak. And because of that, you carry the imprint of these words inside. And not only does that affect your own inner image, your self-respect, but even when you communicate with others, unwantingly, you will be creating pain to others because those words will still be inside. Your vak will be harsh towards others. So by scanning yourself and identifying the harsh words, as in this example, you will heal yourself, and thus you will heal your relationships and the words that you use towards others. This will reflect in your relationships with others in a way that you will build a lot of completion in your interactions with others. So throughout the day, we have been scanning for different kinds of words like unfulfilled promises, due to which we have um, lost our integrity, or harsh words, as we said just now, negative words. Now we'll be scanning for the spontaneous lies that we have told. Okay. See, whenever we tell a lie, we lose confidence on ourselves, because telling a lie is manipulating life. It's like we don't have the confidence that we can stand, that we can face the reality. That's why we tell a lie. And many of us will have this pattern of telling spontaneous lies. Maybe you can look in how sometimes if someone points at a mistake that you did, for example, or proves you wrong in some way, you just spontaneously lie because you don't want to face that. You don't want to face. You may feel humiliated. You may feel shame that you have been caught, that you have been spotted or exposed. So we tell spontaneous lies because we feel it is a good strategy. But we, even before other people know that we are lying, we know it first, and we lose confidence on ourselves. So now in this round, we'll be scanning for all these spontaneous lies that we have uttered in the past. And when that healing happens in our Vak Shakti, we will regain the confidence in ourselves. And not only that, but we will start manifesting the power of Vak Shakti. When each word we utter becomes a declaration that the cosmos um, aligns itself to manifest. Okay, so let's get ready for the Vak Shakti scanning. You can sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line and take a few moments first to just close your eyes and take a few moments to unclutch. First, visualize Swamiji in your space and decide to unclutch from everything, whatever thought goes on in your mind right now. One by one, unclutch from every thought. And unclutch from the very idea that you have about yourself. Somebody says you are Paramashiva. Whatever you believe, you feel as yourself is not you. So unclutch from that. And now connect with Swamiji, be it through remembrance, by visualizing Swamiji's form, your own unique way of connecting with Swamiji. Be in the space of oneness. And bring your awareness to the third eye now. Now, from the third eye, start scanning your vak, the intra-organ, subtle energy center in the Vishuddhi chakra. Scanning for all the spontaneous lies that you have uttered. You may experience suddenly some word will be uttered in your inner space. You may hear that word verbalized inside, or maybe it will be shown to you. Maybe you just feel a healing taking place. So be open to whatever way the power manifestation happens. Chant the Mahavakya intensely all throughout the power manifestation. And let's now begin with this round of the Vakshakti scan.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Paramashivoham Om Nityananda.
All right. So now please share what you have been able to scan on the revelations that you had through the third eye. We request the participants to share your results with us in the Zoom chat so that we can know how much you are manifesting this power. So we'll give a few moments for all of you to type whatever the eye has revealed about your work in this round. So you can take a few moments now and type in the Zoom chat your results.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham
All right. So we'll be moving into the next session. If you have anything that you'd like to share about this power manifestation, feel free to do so. And now another very interesting session where Swamiji will be explaining in depth about money and marriage, especially the thought currents of security and greed, love, and all of it. How all of that gets connected, and with practical answers to people's questions. Swamiji directly answers the questions of people in this segment. So let's come to the space of listening. Let us provide our complete attention. It's not a very long clip, but Swamiji covers many of the questions that many of us face when it comes to marriage and relationships. So let's now begin this segment.
Money is becoming a huge problem in our relationship. I think my boyfriend spends too much. Meanwhile, I have been accused of being stingy and unrealistic. How can we resolve these conflicts and develop a team strategy in the area of finance? Men are supposed to be stingy and women are supposed to be spending, and men usually complain women spend. I'm very happy that the problem is the other way. First thing. Second thing, understand, the whole question shows the shallowness you have in relationship. Understand, Victoria, when you are really in love or relationship, suddenly money will become useless. Please understand, this is the scale I am giving you to find out whether you are in love or not. Suddenly money will look fake and useless. Suddenly it will not matter to your life anymore. If you feel that, only then you are in love. Understand? I am not saying when you are in love you will throw away all the money, gold, everything in the streets. No. Suddenly your thought is not centered anymore on money. It is centered on the other person. I have seen all my ashramites going through that sweet space. That is one of the best thing can happen to a human being. You should experience that space at least once in your life, where money just suddenly loses its power over you. I am seeing hundreds of my ashramites donating their wealth, crores worth of wealth, without even thinking twice. You see, If they are struggling to donate, I will know very clearly. They don't even think twice. When you are in love, I tell you, suddenly money loses its power over you. Victoria, I don't think you are in love or he is in love. Maybe this is some convenient arrangement. I always used to tell a story of prostitute and taxi driver. One taxi driver in the middle of the night picks up a girl and drives her to some remote area, then does whatever he wants. Finally she says, end of everything, hey, come on, give me a $200. I'm a call girl. This fellow gives the $200, brings her back to the city and says, hey, come on, give me the $200, I'm a taxi driver. Maybe the relationship you have, you need to rethink, revisit, review. Somewhere it is the arrangement of convenience, not love. There is no relationship. Because when you are in love, suddenly the concept of money will not be there for both. I think he is in love with you, but you are not in love with him. Victoria, you need to look little deep. Man has only two centric thinking. One, money centric. Second, fulfillment centric. When you are in love, the fulfillment center gets awakened. It wakes up. And it does not let you think about money. It does not let you think about future security. I always tell people, even if you have one question about your future security, you are not in love, you have not experienced love. I have told many times to my own ashramites, even though I don't accept or take their properties, if they feel their property is their future security, I tell them the guru-disciple relationship has not flowered. Forget about it. Still you need to go a long way. So casually they are able to give up everything. I have seen very funny things. They will give up crores of their property to me without even thinking second time, saying this is for Swamiji. Understand this one thing, when your love is awakened, suddenly you think fulfillment based and insecurity gives way. After that, you struggle with some other patterns, that is different. But when you are in love, when the guru-disciple relationship starts, this giving up happens. I tell you, even between the husband and wife, when a love flowers, even between boyfriend and girlfriend, when real love flowers, suddenly the concept of future, insecurity, all that becomes meaningless. That is why there are thousands of decisions which you take when you are in love, you repent later on for that. Because when the love disappears, you repent for all those decisions. With the master, when you are in love, whatever decisions you take, you feel happy about it because continuously you break all other patterns. When you break more and more of your patterns, this love gets established into your system. That becomes part of your very system. With love, your blood becomes milk. Understand? This exact simile used on Mahavira. There is a beautiful description of Mahavira. When he became enlightened, his body, his blood became milk. Of course, it's very poetic expression. Means the amount of love, he just became extraordinary love. Mahavira is the master, I can say, lived in ultimate insecurity, not bothered about future or security. I tell you, when you don't bother about your future or security, when that fear disappears from your inner space, even your sweat will not smell. That is a scale. There will be a beautiful Ananda Gandha around you, smell of love, smell of bliss, which puts anybody who comes in your breathing space into that same state. It is not just only yogic quality. Even ordinarily, when you are in love, suddenly the concept of insecurity will disappear. The concept of money will disappear. You will start thinking from fulfillment center. Victoria, when I read your question, I am really afraid that you are not in love. So I wanted you to review the whole very relationship itself. Because any team strategy in the area of finance will be an arrangement of convenience. At least, see, if you are doing this after spending 50 years together, in the old age when you are about to retire, you wanted to sit and discuss the team strategy about money, finance, I'll accept. But before even marrying, you are saying boyfriend, and before even marriage, you want to develop a team strategy in the area of finance. Victoria, better forget about this marriage. Better forget about this relationship. You are not in love. So wait, go on, continue your search. I bless you. You will fall in love really with himself, the same guy, or with somebody else. But I wanted to tell you one thing. You are not tasting love. You have not tasted love. When you taste love, first thing happens is you forget about money. You become fulfillment centered. The very insecurity about the future disappears. Even though the other person constantly shows the insecurity to you in front of your eyes, you fanatically does not think about insecurity. That is what exactly happens when I find a right disciple. This is the way I will constantly show insecurity to them. But the person fanatically, that's the right word, fanatically will not think about any insecurity. Go on feeling the tremendous security and fulfillment centered thinking. Then I'll say, come on, this person is a disciple. Somebody goes to a great incarnation, Ramanuja. Today Ramanuja had a darshan of Vishnu on Garuda. So that is also one more thing. Somebody goes to Ramanuja and says, I want to get enlightened, please teach me the science. Ramanuja says, have you experienced love in your life? Even once? That guy says, no, I am a celibate. I never loved or allowed anybody to love me. Ramanuja looks at him and says, get lost, go. First learn ordinary human love and come back. I'll teach you higher love, divine love. When you can't even open your ordinary human love center, how are you going to be open to the higher divine love center? Today so many things have happened. Ramanuja had the darshan of Vishnu in Garuda. Mahavira incarnated on the planet Earth. And among the 3 recorded marriages of Shiva, 2 have happened on this day, today. Shiva had 3 marriages with Devi itself, one in the Sadi's body, Dakshayani's body, another one Himaputri, Parvati, Parvataraja's daughter Parvati, third the Pandyaraja's daughter Meenakshi. 3 marriages Shiva had, 2 with Sati and with Parvataputri, Parvati. Dakshaputri, Dakshayani, Parvataputri, Parvati. With both the bodies, Shiva married Devi on today, Falguna month, Uttarada, the Purnima. Usually it comes on the Uttara Nakshatra. The marriage with Meenakshi happened on Chaitra month Purnima, means the next month Purnima. We will be celebrating next month. We celebrate everything based on Meenakshi, so we will celebrate next month. But in Arunachala temple, today they observe the marriage festival, the Shiva and Devi's marriage festival. Not only in Arunachala, all the Shiva temples, all over the world, other than Madurai, all Shiva temples, they celebrate the marriage festival today. We have been married only a short time, but I am already beginning to feel that I have made a mistake. As a matter of fact, I am afraid I ended up with the wrong person. What do I do now? Eric, first thing, changing the person is not going to work for you. If you ask the same question to me before the marriage, my answer would have been different. I would have said, all right, this is not the right person for you, escape. But now, as you already committed, I will recommend you trying to change you, because all your patterns, concepts, idea, that only makes the other person look wrong. Your fantasies only makes the other person look wrong. It is time you understand and alter your patterns. Look into the depths of your being and transform you. Eric, I feel the fear you are having now shows the love has come down, the love has reduced. Now it is time for you to work and develop the trust which is beyond love and transform you. Please understand, when you marry, first 1 year enjoy the romance. From the second year, use that whole thing for enlightenment. Once the honeymoon is over, now start the process of enlightenment, transforming yourself. When God understood, He cannot be continuously available to everybody in the form of Guru. He created the system for everybody to evolve, that is marriage. So Eric, I'll only recommend transformation from your side, then changing the person. I might have suggested the change if you have asked before the marriage, but marriage is such a sacred institution. When you commit, after that the only possibility should be your transformation. Other than that, all other doors should be closed. You should not even think of any other doors.
Yes. Such important understandings that Swamiji has given. You can feel free to take notes, and many things that we can reflect upon. And how Swamiji was saying, when the love when love is there, it completely overpowers any thought current related to future security. That's why after some time, when the love is gone, you feel like you may even repent for some of the actions that you have taken. In the end, Swamiji was explaining how even if you feel you have taken the wrong decision, and do not break the marriage. Swamiji has repeated this many times. In Hinduism, there is no divorce. Work on yourself. However things are right now, work on yourself. Actually, you will really see when you bring the completion inside you, when you make the cognitive shifts happen inside you, all the relationships around you will change. So many people, and I'm sure many of you here also, when you connect with Swamiji, when you start changing your life with all of these lifestyle changes, completely different way of thinking, relating with life, naturally you start wanting your near and dear ones, your family, to also connect, to also start to change their lifestyle the way you do. Now, sometimes, yes, they just follow, sometimes they don't. So, how do you do that? How do you get people to actually change around you? How do you get to fix those relationships? It is always by working on yourself. And so many people have shared that they have experienced this. This has happened for us as well. When you start changing, you see that the people around you also start changing. So many things to reflect upon. Now we'll be entering into the exercise, and especially um, targeted, so to speak, adapted for married people. If you are not married, you can look into uh, whatever relationships you had, um, and do the same exercise. You're going to basically look at all the situations when you have manipulated your spouse. See, understand one thing. As long as you have incompletions inside you, in one way or the other, it will express towards the other person as well. You're not going to have enlightened relationships. So, in some form or the other, your mind, your ego will always play some kind of game. There will be some kind of manipulation or strategy going on. So now you want to understand that, understand how your mind is affecting the relationships so that you can complete, you can break those patterns. Okay. So you can start to contemplate and pen down and reflect on how your mind, your patterns are affecting the relationships. All right, let's start. Yes. So hopefully you have finished writing down. And now, normally the next step to complete this this process, you would need to sit with your spouse and share openly whatever you have written as it is. Okay, don't be afraid, don't edit, don't hide some parts, don't try to cover up or speak in a polished way. Be frank, be straightforward, and share what you have written. If you really want a fulfilling relationship, somebody says, have the courage of authenticity to try this exercise out. Even if it doesn't go well, it's okay. Even if you feel your spouse will exploit you, it is fine. Open up and share whatever you have written. Open up and share all the cunningness, manipulation, all the strategies that you use with your spouse, the whole crap basically that you have written. Okay, you share that with your spouse. Swamiji says when you do that, you will open up, your spouse will also open up, and there will be a very beautiful relationship with a lot of trust that will get established with you and your spouse. So whatever you have written down, keep that paper with you. If you need more time to write some more, you can do that after the session, and sit with your spouse and set the context real quick to explain them what it is about, and read the whole thing. Tell them everything as it is. You will see such deep completion will happen with them. Okay, so take that as a note. Make sure you do it. And now, to conclude, we'll be having a meditation technique. Swamiji says, in all relationships, you should never focus on changing the object, either changing the other person in the form of just changing the whole relationship, going for someone else, or trying to force the other person to change. Rather, we have to change our attitude. Swamiji says, if you bring deep respect towards the other, even towards an object, you can make that object as divine. So of course, the same applies in the case of a person with a respect, deep respect and reverence towards the other, you will make that person as divine. Now, we have to change our attitude to bring that in the relationship. So this will be what the meditation is going to be about. So let's enter into the meditation.
Changing the object is never a solution. Changing the attitude is a solution. Here Mahadeva is not saying change the object, just change the attitude. Make a list of things, with whatever you are attached or greedy. If you are greedy about some particular pleasure or a particular object, make a list. If you are possessive of some person, make a list. If you are lustful towards somebody, make a list. Make a list of all the things which creates greed, lust, possessiveness in you. Just sit and meditate. Bring respect towards that object, towards that person. With lust, you will make even person into object. With love, with respect, you will make even object into person. Object into being. Promote them, elevate them to the level of being. Suddenly you will see the lust has disappeared and transformed into love. The passion has become compassion. The being has started experiencing different state. Mahadeva says, at this very point, experience. Very powerful method. This technique is like changing the attitude. Now, the essence of this technique, I'll explain in few lines. Make a list of all the things which creates greed, lust, possessiveness in you, and sit and meditate, visualize, bring respect to all the object and the persons and beings. Suddenly you will see the lust would have become love, possessiveness would have become respect, and passion would have become compassion, and the real love and bliss will start overflowing in you just by attitude change. At that very point, experience the truth, experience the life, experience the bliss.
All right. So I hope that you are able to follow along this meditation. And always remember, changing the attitude, not changing the object or changing the other person. Always looking inside yourself, where you are missing, how you can change yourself to make things work, to make things happen. So with this, we have come to the end of today's sessions and discovering everything about relationships. And yes, completion with others and how to manifest fulfilling relationships. See, always keeping in mind, the other is a mirror. The other is a reflection of you. So when you see in your relationships someone who is abusive, for example, somewhere inside you will be having that pattern. If you see someone who doesn't listen to you, for example, somewhere same way you will be having that pattern. So always remember, the other person is a mirror. So it is by changing yourself inside that you'll be able to change the relationship. Because how many ever time you try changing the other person outside, you will keep attracting the same kind of people, the same kind of relationships, or recreating it again and again. Because fundamentally, you attract the people who match with you, who match your inner space. Okay, so it is by changing from inside that you will change the reality and the people around you. So we hope that today's sessions were insightful, guiding you to understand everything about relationships. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll be discovering everything about death, how the perception, the cognition, the understanding that we have about death is either a source of fears in our lives or a source of fearlessness, a source of rejuvenation, because the major belief you have about death defines the way you go through life itself. So tomorrow, powerful processes and sessions that will help us to go beyond all fears and to live our ultimate potential. So with this, thank you all for having there today throughout today's sessions. And we'll be now concluding with the Purna Mantra.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्.
Thank you all. Nityananda.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham